What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, let me kind of just reiterate on something that I spoke about in the previous video and just jump right into it. As we know, Tyson Fury made an offer to Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua said, I accept the terms of 60-40 and whatever else may have happened that he agreed to. Okay, we just know about the 60-40. Now, Anthony Joshua wants to fight in December. They said that at the post conference. Now, Tyson Fury, being an opportunist that he is, he basically pointed out the 60-40. This is to pretty much overshadow the fact that Anthony Joshua just fought last month, okay, against Usyk. And he basically wanted to fight Usyk. Remember they talked about a date of December 17th. That wasn't Usyk. That was Fury. Why would you say you want to fight Usyk December 17th? Yet Usyk was in the fight with the same guy, Anthony Joshua. So they both just fought in August. So if you were going to fight Usyk in December, why can't you fight Anthony Joshua in December? See, so that's what he's trying to overshadow by coming out with this 60-40, and then he comes with this lie. Oh, I'm being bombarded with questions about how much am I going to pay Anthony Joshua. What fans are hitting your DM up talking about how much you're going to pay it? Nobody care about how much you paying Anthony Joshua. That was him saying that to get that out there. So 60-40, I think that that's fair simply because, yeah, Anthony Joshua's coming off 2 losses, right? But let's understand something. The part about you telling him November, let's not forget that Anthony Joshua is the heavyweight that when Fury first came back, he said he didn't want to fight Fury right away because Fury's not the same. Let him get some fights under his belt, get the ring rust off, get some rounds in, and then when he feels he's at the top, then we can, meet in the future. But now, Anthony Joshua, being the guy that's constantly jumping in with the best fighters that's out there, the fact that the fans overlook his accomplishments and the fact that his willingness to get in there because they want to see him lose, they overlook that. And yet, you got guys out here fighting meatball after meatball after meatball. Okay, one tough fight. Meatball. Decent fight. So, yeah. You look more impressive against these meatballs. And because they want to see these guys beat Anthony Joshua, oh, they're better than Anthony Joshua. But they overlook this guy's fighting nothing but top guys. Okay. So, Anthony Joshua tried to do the noble thing with the guy that's not noble. He tried to do that with an opportunist. So guess what? Now you see what the meanness that he needs, not just in the ring, but overall of dealing with people. Tyson Fury don't want 100% in Anthony Joshua. He wants to beat Anthony Joshua and beat him soundly. And if Anthony Joshua comes in there 80%, 85%, when you already said that the guy's mentally weak, you already said that the guy just can't cut it at the elite level. So if you really feel like that, why do you feel the need to try to put him at a disadvantage and have him come in, in a fight with you in November when he just got out the ring with the guy that you was going to fight in December? I don't think it should be the 17th, like I said, because of the holidays. Well, make it late. Make it the 27th. Make it the 28th. Whatever. Make it, whatever. Whatever, Make it before Christmas. Make it 2 weeks before. Who knows? Who cares? But November, the guy just got out of a fight. And pretty much he knows what it takes mentally and physically to be ready. And that's what he's dependent on. Not so much the physical, but to catch him here. And it's a lot of pressure that I just came out of this fight. All of a sudden, boom, damn, I'm walking into a WBC title fight, but I have only until November. And you got to, it's a lot that goes into this. Tyson Fury fought a while ago against Dillian White, so he's good. And him saying he don't want to sit down, he don't want to get rusty. No, you're training. And again, like I said, if you was going to fight Usyk in December, there's no reason why you can't fight Joshua in December. So, and Usyk's out the way anyway for now, because Usyk said he won't be ready until like July of 2023. So he got more than enough time to fight Anthony Joshua and then fight Usyk. You understand? So, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't need an advantage to beat a guy that's already mentally weak and not elite. You want to really look good against AJ and figure that weak mind will just crumble because I just lost and it's a lot of pressure on me. This will be my fourth loss if I lose, and now I'm going into this fight and I didn't even have a full training camp. Listen, man, we know that there's fighters. Savannah Marshall has done that kind of stuff and been called out on it, giving people 2-3 weeks notice before a fight. Canelo has done that type of shit, 2-3 weeks notice before a fight, and a whole host of other fighters. You don't need that kind of advantage. If you are as good as you say you are, and he's as bad as you say he is, then go beat him fair and square. And he gets the amount of time that he needs to train, the same amount of time you get. Guess what? It's not about an excuse. Everybody can say, hey, Tyson Fury was the better man. He beat Anthony Joshua. Simple. But if you don't want to give him that full time, you're not as confident in yourself. And basically, like I said, you want to catch him because mentally he can come in there chiseled up, he can come in there heavier. It doesn't make a difference. If his mind is not right, if his game plan, the confidence, everything has to be, and okay, I'm ready for Fury. But you want to catch him at a thing where he has to psych himself to believe he's ready. Instead of, I know I'm ready. I put the work in. I feel great. I'm ready. See, I see what he's trying to do. Don't forget something about Aries. I'm in the fight game. I know what goes on. I understand psychology. I know the type of shit that people are doing. And that's all that is. Now, that being said, if Tyson Fury and AJ, if this fight don't go through, I really would strongly suggest that AJ trains like he's supposed to and take a lesser fight so he can do things in that fight. Take another lesser fight so he can do things in that fight, things that he should be doing that he may not have the confidence to do right now against other elite fighters, but he'll know that I can do it. And because he knows he can, now his confidence will be there. I got it. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you move your fighters. They always bring a fighter back. Like when you heard me mention Pacquiao and Brandon Rios. Freddie Roach clearly said they wanted to get his confidence back, Yeah, because Brandon Rios is a C-class fighter. But because he had wars, he's a punching bag, basically. He's a respected punching bag. So yes, you bring him back against Brandon Rios. And when he wins, the announcer's going to yell, Pacquiao is back and better than ever. Okay. And the fans eat that up. And they repeat what they hear, and that's what they think. You understand? No different. You bring him back. And I'm saying this because Anthony Joshua he has the best resume in the heavyweight division, and it's just one tough fight after another, after another, after another. No tune-ups, no weak fights. The weakest fight that you can say he had since he's been a champ, was with Pulev, and which was a mandatory. Meanwhile, 2019 or 18, what was it? Deontay Wilder's over here fighting Dominic Breazeale as a mandatory after he's all washed up and slow, and he probably beats Dominic Breazeale before that. Maybe, who knows? But at the end of the day, stuff like that. Berman Stavern as a mandatory. Weak opponents. Same with Fury. Otto Wallin, and forget the other guy named before Otto Wallin, but fighting weak opponents. And then with Fury, it's in spurts with even the Chisora fight, the Klitschko fight. And he got Wilder and Dillian White on his resume. But I mean, other than that, weak resumes, man. So they're supposed to look good against these guys that they're fighting. They're supposed to. Now, also, the same way that Anthony Joshua didn't show the ability to be able to adjust to do everything that he needed to do to win, Dillian White didn't show the ability to do anything different. The whole 6 rounds that he was in there with Tyson Fury, what did he do different? Hold his hands up, lift his knees real high, run in front of him, stand there and do absolutely nothing. Wing wild, slow punches, got caught with shots, getting hit with the jab, couldn't get inside. And Fury 6'9", 270, we know that already, and so did he. So what's the point in and? Big deal. He was the same height when he fought Otto Wallin. Same fight, when he fought Klitschko. Same height when he fought Deontay Wilder. Everybody he fought, same height as a grown-ass man, and big deal. So he did that, and he also did not fight Dillian White the way people thought he was. With that, he gonna walk him down. No. Unless he's stupid, because that gives Dillian White the advantage that he needs. He needs to get close to get in. He don't need to be on the outside of Tyson Fury shots, and that's where Fury needs to keep him, and that's what happened. Well, he didn't show the ability to do anything different. Same way, Deontay Wilder didn't show the ability to do anything different against Tyson Fury. Now, at least, AJ was sustaining a body attack against Usyk. He just couldn't land more than one shot at a time, upstairs or downstairs on Usyk. But Wilder pretty much fought Fury the same way all 3 times. Only thing he did different in the last fight was he tried to start a little bit faster, and same thing, throwing that little jab to the body. Just the same stuff, nothing different. We didn't see anything different, same stuff. So when you're saying that he'll beat AJ, and everybody beats AJ now. Everybody beats AJ now. Even Charlo can beat AJ. Everybody. And the way the fighters are talking, the way the commentators and the fans, everybody can beat AJ. Julio Cesar Chavez can come back right now and beat AJ. That's how the picture they paint of AJ right now. But those guys, none of them have showed the ability to do anything different. So what I'm saying, if you're doing this, Tyson Fury, okay, for the British people, first off, I look at it like this: it's boxing, okay? So whether you're doing it for the British people or just boxing in general, that's how I look at it. You can, be all patriotic, that's all good, whatever. But do you think that the British fans want you 100% and AJ at 80, 85 maybe? Do you think that that's what they want? If you are doing it to be an opportunist like you are, then yeah, you don't care, because basically AJ won't be the same mentally. That's the weakest part of his game. I'll catch him, I'll beat him soundly, and look great. And then people will look and say, damn, he beat him worse than Usyk did. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to accomplish. Now, you do that, okay, cool. But if it's about legacy, the warrior in you, okay, the Spartan, me's a Spartan, that should make you want AJ at 100%. No excuses. Same way how he told you when you first came back, I don't want you when you're not 100%. See, this is what I'm saying. It's not about hold AJ hand and be nice to him. No. Now, if AJ accepts the fight, y'all go in November, and what you expect to happen is for him to not mentally be ready, and he loses, so be it. If he fights you in December and he still loses, so be it. But your motive, that's what I'm pointing out. You're trying to fight a guy when he's not 100%. And I think you just don't need that type of advantage. But I know why you're trying to do it. Now, your fans, they're going to ride with you no matter what you do. If Anthony Joshua, if it was shoe on the other foot, and Anthony Joshua was in your position right now, and you was in his position, your same fans would be saying, nah, AJ, if you really, the same thing I'm saying, this is exactly what they'll be saying. And guess what? If Anthony Joshua was doing that to you, I'd be saying the same thing. The difference with Anthony Joshua and Fury, like I said, one guy tried to do the noble thing, the other guy is like, I'm an opportunist, man. Shit, if I catch you slipping, I'm going to take advantage of you. And that's what we see. So I think with Anthony Joshua, man, now if he pulls the win off, that means he becomes WBC champion. And what I would do, well, I ain't going to say what I would do. I'm not Anthony Joshua. But for Anthony Joshua, it might not be wise to rush back in there with Usyk in the third fight. You have to do something different. You have to fight. He has to understand what he has to do to beat Usyk. I just don't see Anthony Joshua beating Usyk unless he can catch him and knock him out. So, basically, he need to get that title. If you do, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying go fight some meatball. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think he should go back in there with Usyk. I know he doesn't have the same problem with Wilder. He fought Joseph Parker already. He beat Joseph Parker. He beat Andy Ruiz in a rematch. That's what I'm saying. Fight one of those guys. You know, I wouldn't go right back in after Usyk. I wouldn't advise him. I wouldn't advise him to go back in there with Usyk right away. Because Anthony Joshua, the only person I ever saw him fight, and you can see in his own words that he wasn't confident, was Usyk. And until you figure out how to beat Usyk, I wouldn't advise him to go back in there with Usyk right away. Just imagine if him and Fury did fight and actually fight, and he beat him. Wilder's open. He's available. You know, the winner of Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce, pretty much available. These guys don't fight too often. You understand what I'm saying? Have a rematch with Dillian White. You understand what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. He has options other than Usyk that are top guys, because that's what champions do. Now, if he lost to Fury, or if the fight was off and he didn't fight Fury, then there'd be no harm. He's not a champ right now. There'd be no harm in him fine-tuning and just taking a lesser opposition just to get the work in it, get his confidence up. That's what I'm saying. But if he wins, I wouldn't advise him to go after Usyk. I want to make that clear. I would advise him, let's fight White again. Let's fight Deontay. Let's fight, a Joseph Parker or something like that. Let's fight Joe Joyce. I wouldn't advise him to go right there. Simply because I just feel like Usyk is just a puzzle that he just can't solve right now. And maybe never will. But what's the purpose of winning the title just to go back in there and lose it? And in fact, if he beats Fury, more than likely there's a rematch. So nothing happens right away. Now, if he beats Fury twice, well, guess what? You have that WBC title. Somebody should want it. And there will be other fights other than Usyk. So I just wanted to put that out there, and pretty much hope that I answered all the questions that people had about what's going on. And like I said, I know, like, as far as Tyson Fury ducking AJ, it's a duck if you plan that November date just for the simple fact of not wanting to fight him, knowing that he wants to fight in December. He already made that clear. And you trying to take that from him so he don't have a full training camp. A proper training camp. Yes, that's a fucking duck. And the fact is, you were going to give that same a fight in December with Usyk. So if you could fight Usyk in December, you can fight Anthony Joshua in December. That's the whole thing with that. So yeah, it is a duck. If you don't want to let that man get a full training camp, because then you know that if that's what throws the fight off, then you're going to make it look like it's AJ's fault. But from the very beginning, that was your plan. Give him an offer that he's going to refuse. It's not the 60-40. It's the time. You understand? And I don't think nobody should be that short-sighted and hard of hearing that they don't understand that how simple that is. The man is an opportunist. He wants advantages. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.